Hey guys, how are you all? Hope so you all are doing well. Okay, so let's start the story without any further conversation. I'm doing uploading daily nowadays, okay? The atmosphere of the house is so silent until 35. Until one cute boy come downstairs. And YoOngI, where are you? He speak. Everyone look at him with their widened eyes, and they all stand up to see the boy and bow at him. The boy holds plushie in his one hand and the chocolate on his other hand. He don't wear slippers. He sees so many people become, and then he see his YoOngI sit on the chair as usual with his and with expressions everyone is feeling. His voice is his voice is soft as, and they all looking down. YoOngI, Jimin, Mini is waiting for you, but you don't come. So Mini come. YoOngI, Mini is sorry for not coming. Jimin, it's okay. He said. He signed his to go, and they all go. Secretary, sir. The meeting is held for 20. YoOngI can wait, but don't nod. His voice is as the girl didn't say anything and go. Jimin, YoOngI, YoOngI, yes. Jimin look at him with his big Joe eyes. Jimin, I learned alphabets. YoOngI, oh really? You're so intelligent, he said, and then someone come. Jungkook, YoOngI, the meeting. Jimin, he become excited to see Jungkook. Jungkook, hey Mini, and here Jungkook understand why YoOngI the meeting. Jimin, Cookie, you want to see my new toys? Jungkook, of course I do. Jimin, okay, I take care, he said and run upstairs. Jungkook, you the meeting as Jimin, come. YoOngI the can wait, but he don't. Jungkook, I am glad you are my brothers. Jungkook, okay, then I deal with them. YoOngI, you should just a little introduction, then I start. Okay, so he is YoOngI and Simba, YoOngI and Jimin. You give him so much. He can do everything. Huh? He can do. Wait. Um. Okay. Jungkook is Jimin. Jimin brother. Both are brother, and he is YoOngI right hand. Jimin come downstairs with so much cute toys. Jungkook, wow, this is so beautiful, Jimin. Jimin, this one is my favorite. YoOngI, really? And me? Jimin looked at him. He went to him and on his cheeks. Jimin, you are my Yoni. Jungkook smiled to see his brother. Jimin, Cookie, you do dinner with us? Jungkook, I would, but I have to go. I have some work. Jimin, make up out. Jungkook, YoOngI, leave the work. Jungkook, nowadays. Jimin, okay then. Promise you take Tete here tomorrow. Jungkook, I will now. Bye, he said, and Jimin wave his hands and Jungkook go. Jimin take one plushie and he sit on YoOngI. He start to play with that toy, and YoOngI see him with so much in his eyes. YoOngI, Jimin look at him. YoOngI want to sleep for some time. Jimin nodded hurriedly. Time skip, Jimin. Time skip, Jimin take a quick open his eyes slowly and see no one is in the room. He sighed and went to the office. The door is already open. He see YoOngI sit on the chair while his eyes is closed, showing how much he is Jimin went to him and sit on the. Yoongi opened his eyes and see Jimin. Jimin didn't. Jimin didn't say anything and you understand. Yoongi understand. Jimin is not in it, and now he start to his hands is and okay. Um, I write this. Hmm. And um and okay. Hmm. He whispered and then he whispered and Yoongi looked at him. Yoongi so much. Jimin looked at him and he smiled. Forehead Yoongi felt peace. Jimin looked at him and smiled. Once again, Jimin, I don't go anywhere now. For some times, he said, and hmm. Okay, so Jimin is so cute. I don't know I sleep that much. I don't realize that time literally. Hmm. Well, and Yoongi on his neck. Yoongi, always you makes me. Jimin had dinner. He changed the topic. Yoongi, no, I don't. Jimin sighed. Jimin, why you don't do the dinner? Yoongi, wait, I bring dinner for you. He said, and Yoongi, Jimin, I don't go anywhere. Yoongi, I am here with you. He said, and Yoongi, don't such anything. They come in. They come in the kitchen. No maid is in the mansion. Jimin, sit here. Yoongi sit on the chair. And Jimin start to make dinner for him as he know Yoongi don't eat anything until he make for him. Yoongi sees Jimin with so much and Jimin look at him and smile. Jimin, so how much you again face because of your mini Yoongi 30. Jimin, really Yoongi, why you do this? Yoongi, Jimin can wait, but don't try. Yoongi, you know. Jimin signed to him. Jimin, Yoongi, you are really something. Yoongi, Jimin see him and done with the food. Jimin, come now. They come in the dining room, and Yoongi sit on the chair. Jimin serve him the dinner, and Yoongi hold his hand. Jimin, Yoongi. He sighed and Yoongi leave his hand. Jimin smiled to see him. He sit on the chair and they start to do the dinner. Both are doing dinner silently. Jimin can see Yoongi is silent. It means there is something he want to share with him. Time skip. They do the dinner in silence. Jimin come in. Jimin come in the room and go for fresh up. He come after the Jimin sees Yoongi. He sits beside him. Jimin, now tell me what you want. Just said Yoongi places his head and see him. Yoongi, nothing. Jimin, then why you are not talking with me? Yoongi, I am at you. He said and Jimin chuckled. Jimin, why? Yoongi, you don't miss me. Jimin, and who said you this? Yoongi, if you told me, but now you don't. Jimin, well, tell me, why are you? I always stay with you. Yoongi, you really think this? Jimin, mini bother you much? Yoongi, no, he's just a home. And wait a minute. Here, hmm, so much. Jimin, oh, Yoongi mini is like If he is with me, I don't feel, he said, and Jimin make a pout. Jimin, then go to your mini. Yoongi, hey, it's not like that. Jimin, it's like that. I don't said you come here. Yoongi, wait, you are from yourself? Jimin, yes, I am, he said, and Yoongi smiled to see him. Yoongi, huh, really? Jimin make up out to see him, and then he looking down. Jimin, hope so. I am also like a people. Yoongi, to think this, you are special. You are mean, Yoongi, he said, and next day, Jimin wake up early and see Yoongi is still sleeping. He see himself, his sign, he fresh up and see Yoongi. Jimin see the he give to Minnie, of course, and then look at Yoongi. Jimin, Yoongi, wake up. You have to go office. Yoongi, I don't go office today. Jimin, no. Yoongi, you go office. Get up fast, he said, and remove the curtains. Yoongi sighed and she sit on the bed. Yoongi, no, I don't want to go. Jimin, no, Yoongi, you go, he said, and Yoongi sighed. Hmm. Jimin, first go and fresh up. Turn and see him. Jimin, you are King Yoongi. How can you be like a kid? Yoongi, please, I don't want to go. Jimin, you go. It's final. I go and see if breakfast is ready or not, he said, and go. Yoongi signed to say his Yoongi, my mini is best. And Jimin arranged the breakfast. Yoongi come. Jimin smiled to see him. He see Yoongi sit silently. Jimin served him the breakfast, and then he heard some voices. I said you, I don't talk with you, Jimin. Taeyang, he smiled and went to him. Yoongi-ha, Mini is good than him, he mumbled, and see them. Taeyang, Jimin, how are you? Jungkook, oh, you are Jimin. Jimin, yeah, how are you? Cook, Taeyang, he is fine. Jimin, see, I am some, and he is calling me Chubby. Jimin, Jungkook, I call him with so much. Jimin, Jungkook, and Taeyang, you come, he said, and they all sit on the dining table. Taeyang, Yoongi, you okay? Yoongi, all fine. And you? Taeyang, me too. He gave him his box's file. Um, Jimin served them a breakfast. Jungkook, you come office today, Yoongi? Yoongi could speak. Jimin, yeah, he come and leave Taeyang here with me. Do dinner with us and then take him. Jungkook, as you wish. Yoongi see him and he signed. Jungkook to see them. Jungkook, Mini is so, and Jimin, look at you, Jimin. He don't do work. I have to be with him now. Yoongi give, he said, and Jungkook started laughing. Jimin, as you wish. Sleep in guest room for 2 days. Yoongi asked, why Yoongi? I don't said this one. I talk about which one I. Jimin, can you? Taeyang, they proudly said they don't have Jimin right, and they ignore Yoongi and Jungkook and start to talk with each other. It's night time. After dinner, Jimin come in the room and see Yoongi. He sit beside him. Jimin, Jungkook is saying you are Yoongi. Jimin, why? Yoongi, as Minnie told me, he said, and Jimin didn't say anything. Yoongi looked at Jimin. Yoongi, what he like? The lightning. There's so that's why I do. Jimin, you know, Yoongi, you are Jimin, Yoongi, Jimin, Yoongi, why I am doing all this? Jimin, huh? Yoongi, I am doing all this. to fulfill your dreams, your wishes. You never ask me anything, Jimin, when I want to you, but many do. And I happily said I am completely. His every wish let me do. I feel happy after doing all this. Jimin, so your mini is good than me. Yoongi, I don't said this. Jimin, you do. Yoongi, no, I don't. I don't know. I don't with you me. Jimin, I don't wait. I don't wait. You think I do without any reason? Yoongi, why so much? Jimin, now you have with this also. You know what, Min Yoongi, you got to. I don't talk with you, he said, and stand up. He could take step his head and his sit. Yoongi, Jimin, you okay? What happened with you? He went to him and Jimin looked at him. Jimin, don't know, Yoongi, I am feeling from a long time. Yoongi, why don't you tell me anything? Yoongi, see him. Yoongi, I call. He said, and Jimin sit on the bed and Yoongi called the within 5 minutes he saw as Jimin is right, he also noticing Minnie is feeling come and he do his work. He's and then he look at Yoongi. Yoongi, is he okay? He sir, he need rest. He said, and Yoongi is so shocked and Jimin is sleeping peacefully. Yoongi, what? Yes, sir, he is true. He said, and Yoongi can't believe Yoongi. It's not on him. I mean, he have a. It's not, King. You have to take care of him and make sure he eats properly. Hmm. That's good. Hey, bow at him. He said, bow at him, and then go. Yoongi, see, Jimin. He is going to be. He don't know how much he is happy. He look at Jimin who is sleeping peacefully. He take him in his after some time it's morning. Jimin wake up, he see Yoongi Jimin Yoon. He call him he call him softly. Yoongi look at him and he sit on the bed hurriedly. Yoongi, you want something? You okay? You must be hungry or you want something else. Jimin, I am okay, Yoongi. What happened with you? He asked as sit on the bed. Yoongi, sit comfort. Jimin, I am Yoongi. Jimin, I am Jimin, huh? Yoongi, no, no, I mean, Jimin. Yoongi, no, I mean you are. He said, and Jimin eyes widened. He can't believe. Jimin, what, Yoongi? Yes, I am so happy, Jimin. Jimin, I'm going to be. He said, and Yoongi, thank you so much. Jimin, Yoongi, but it's fine. Yoongi nodded. Yoongi, I asked from. It's not on our. He said, and Jimin, Sahan in your life. Yoongi, thank you so much for this much happiness, Jimin. Jimin chuckled to see him as if it's unexpected for both of them. Okay, so the biggest thing is I have to ensure now. Time passes as almost 1 month passed. Jimin mode is on peak, and right now Jimin is in his. He just wake up and he sees Yoongi is busy in his work. His eyes turn and he start well more. Yoongi look at him and don't waste time and run toward him. Yoongi understand he is Mini. Yoongi, Mini, what happened? She is here. Jimin look at him with his big blue eyes. Jimin, you promised me you take me on the where is so many lights. Yoongi sign in real life. Yoongi, I will tomorrow. Jimin, tomorrow. Yoongi, yes, tomorrow. You want to eat something? Jimin, okay. Jimin nodded hurriedly. Yoongi, what? Jimin, ice cream. Yoongi smiled. Jimin, wait. Let me let me order ice cream for you, Jimin. Mango, chocolate, and strawberry flavors. Yoongi, alright. Order ice cream for him. He can see Jimin is so excited as Jimin always eat ice cream, but today he is so much excited as Jungi can understand he have to take care of Jimin a lot. Jimin start to eat ice cream and Jungi said Jimin to Halda tomorrow after the call. He see Jimin is eating ice cream. He is mixing every ice cream flavor and eating. Yoongi Mini eat one by one. Jimin look at him with his big Joe eyes. The ice cream is everywhere. On the Yoongi smile and she is Yoongi, enough now. You eat later. Jimin sign as no as he continue to eat. Yoongi see Jimin the whole ice cream and eating peacefully. He can understand. Hmm. Next day, Yoongi. Next day, Yoongi just Jimin. He is looking so cute, but he makes sure Jimin something. Yoongi, here, take mobile and sit silently. Don't go anywhere. Just sit here. I will be back after fresh up. Jimin nodded and he started to watch cartoons and then he see a box on the third box of the almirah. He placed phone on the side and go his height is he make a pouch and then stand on the he tried to take the box as the curiosity is not leaving him and Jungi come. He see his eyes widen. Jungi Mini. He went to him and Jimin turned. He bowed to Yoongi. Jimin see him. Jimin Yuni. He is as Yoongi. Yoongi. Hmm. Yoongi and start. Yoongi. Nothing happens. See Yuni is here. Jimin is continuously as he is. Yoongi sit on. Yoongi sit on the couch and Jimin is in his. Yoongi look at me. Minnie, Jimin looked at him. He wiped his hand on his forehead. Chungi, tell me what Uni told you. Jimin, Uni always stay with Minnie and he always Minnie. Jungi, yes, and Uni do this or not. Jimin, Uni do Yungi, then why you are? You are right. Jimin nodded and Jungi smiled. Yoongi, now don't the mood and listen me. Let's go downstairs. Your light is waiting for you, he said, and Jimin become excited. As they enter as they enter in the venue, Jimin eyes sparkle to see the lights that is as Yoongi call few people so Jimin can enjoy. Jimin see the different color of lights and he becomes so happy. He is so excited. Jim and Yuni see the light. Yungi chuckled to see him. Yungi, you like this? Jimin, yes. They don't. The lights, Yungi, they don't until you said. Jimin become more excited and then Jungkook and Taeyang come. Jimin Tete. Taeyang, hey Minnie, how are you? Jimin, Minnie, it's fine. Taeyang, that's good. Jimin Tete, when come he make a pout and Taeyang chuckle to see him. Taeyang soon. Jimin, when he start he start whining. Taeyang, just some more time. Tell me when. Ask and Jimin look at Yoongi. Jimin, I also liked it. Yoongi nodded with a big smile on his face. Jimin, what? He and make everyone start laughing to see him. Yoongi, yes. Jimin, huh? But I don't eat. Yoongi go at his cuteness. Jungkook Yoongi, he said, and Jungkook sighed. Jimin become confused. Young Jimin, leave him. You come with me. I have to tell you something. He said, and take Jimin. Yoongi eyes is on him. Yoongi, you too. Innocent. Jungkook chuckled to see him, and then he started to talk with him. Jungkook Jimin, well, as now after 2 hours pass, he is feeling now he see Yoongi is talking with some businessman. He is feeling Taeyang just go to talk with Jungkook. Jimin look here and there. He see a water bottle on the table. He go and drink water, and then a girl come. Girl, how you drink my water? She said, and Jimin see her. Jimin, sorry, auntie. What the, whom you call auntie, and how you are talking? Jimin, many talk like this, auntie. Once again you call me auntie. I what you are? She said in, and Jimin about to but to hold the chair. He looked at her. Huh? Like seriously? Her. Jimin, you auntie, I tell my who you are, huh? And whom you call. She Minnie, whose eyes turn. You with me? She him once again, and then Jimin and Yoongi heard the his world is like Yoongi Minnie. He start to run in the venue, and then he see Minnie is on the Yoongi Minnie. He's the girl eyes widen to see Yoongi take Minnie. Jimin Yuni, it's he said, and Chungi Mini he like his he runs set Tang to call the and he run to take Jimin from there. Huh. Huh. About to run. Jungkook, now see what happens with you. He said, and about and said the guy to take them. Hmm. Yoongi stand on. Yoongi stand on the side. He is literally to see Jimin. Then he look at Yoongi and bow at him. He is fine. You is also fine. Now let him sleep. When he wake up, give him something to eat. He said, and they all sign in real life and go. Yoongi holding back his Yoongi. I want the in. He said, and went to Jimin. They go and Yoongi see Minnie. Uh, his hands. He holds Jimin hand and into and starts. He this is first time the thought of Jimin. The thought of is him. He never felt that much ever in his life like now he is doing. Hmm. Yoongi, I'm sorry, Minnie. I'm sorry. I am to your uni is. He said, and the whole night he just while holding his hand. He don't sleep for a moment, and next day in morning Jimin opened his eyes. He remember what happened. He sit on the bed and Yoongi come in the room. Yoongi Mini, Jimin Yuni, his eyes turn. Yoongi him. Yoongi Yuni is sorry. Yuni is Jimin. I just water Yuni. He said, and Yoongi had he looked at Jimin. Yoongi, my mini is right. Jimin nodded, but he hid his face. Yoongi, no, Jimin is still. Yoongi, mini, want to eat something? He asked, and only 4 minutes was all I left. Mini want to eat chocolate. He sign as no, and Yoongi become Yoongi, but I thought to make chocolate cake for Mini. He said, and Jimin looked at him. Jimin, not if you said Mini eat a little bit. He said, then Yoongi smiled. Yoongi, no, it's easy to handle many, but what answer I give to Jimin? He think, and this is the third last scene, and here is the second last scene. All where is it's been 2 months. She's here, Yoongi. Her it's for her to think she the time she the door open. She start to Yoongi come and see her his eyes is Yoongi, you don't know what you do. Me please, please. I promise I don't do this again. I go from here, please. And I'll come back in your life. Yoongi seeing him and then as the he again Yoongi you the day you Yoongi make sure his what he is saying. Hmm. Finally the voiceover is about to finish. Only 3 minutes are left. Last scene and the third last text. He said and he heard some voices. Jimin Yoongi Yoongi. Jimin come. He stop and see him Jimin Yoongi. He whisper as he see the girl. Yoongi, you are here. Jimin look at her and she's on the and he look at Yoongi. Yoongi, you go, I am coming. Jimin, her Yoongi. Yoongi, how can I? Yoongi, you always said you want to complete my wishes. I ask you for something. This is what I want, he said, and Yoongi looked at her. He don't have any choice at her. Yoongi now happy. Jimin said sure take her and take care of her until she is all fine. Yoongi as you said sir, your order is my command. Alright. And second last scene and the third last text. He signed his and they too. Jimin went toward him and Yoongi Jimin, it's okay. We have to teach our two people, right? You remember our promise? Yoongi nodded and Jimin smiled to him. It's just 2 days. Jimin come out from it, and he don't ask him anything, as he know it's Yoongi more, so he don't ask. Hmm. Last scene and the second last text. Time passed. Yoongi take care of Jimin a lot, and then with the they are so happy. Jimin after that don't go in his and also they are so happy. They are like a perfect family. Yoongi come home and he see Jimin. Yoongi, you okay? Jimin, see. He show him the and on her forehead. Yoongi, hey princess. Jimin, she is sleeping. Yoongi, that's good. Jimin, you fresh up. He said and take her from and Yoongi, Jimmy, Yoongi, today, Jimin, Yoongi and Alan is sleeping. Jimin, so Yoongi hold his hand. Jimin look at him. Jimin, I will think about this. He about to go. Yoongi, don't be so. Jimin, fresh up. He said and go from the Yoongi sign and he go for fresh up. Jimin chuckled to say he don't understand when life becomes so perfect. He's so happy in his life. Both are so happy. I hope so you all like. If you like then subscribe and tell me in comments. Bye bye. Take care of yourself. Sange. See you in the next video soon. Like see you tomorrow. Simply.